For Michael J. Fox, life hasn't been easy.
I'm going through changes.
His voice is changing.
Give me a keg of beer.
He's got hair on his chest. He's stopped being a boy. At last, he's become a wolf.
An explanation is probably long overdue.
Dad, an explanation? Look at me. Look at you.
He's always wanted to be something special, but he never expected this. Teen Wolf. He's got style. He's got class.
Wolf person. Wolf.
He's got hair all over his body.
Wolves aren't supposed to be shy.
He's a wolf in teen's clothing. And tonight is his night to howl. Teen Wolf, a new comedy with Michael J. Fox, star of Back to the Future.
Hello everyone, I am Zazubaar, and happy fucking Halloween, you goddamn ingrates.
Damn.
That's
Way to insult the audience right off the bat.
Well, that's how I greet everybody who comes trick-or-treating to my door, so I just want to create the proper ambiance. Welcome to the Halloween special for Through the Shot Glass. Joining me as always, or not as always, but for the last time we did this over the internet, I have Dillion McCandless, aka Super DM64.
Always looking for an excuse to drink, so
Absolutely.
here we are.
In the interest of science, of course, and proving that interest in science, we have Andres Perez, aka Kaija Noir, as our designated sober companion.
Hello, people of the internet.
So, as always, we are back with you to watch a movie drunk and compare it to the experience of watching it sober and find out what hilarious shenanigans will entail following that. So, this is the Halloween special, as I mentioned, and we're also going to do this as kind of our SOS network special for Halloween. So, we got the boys together. We have a proper movie that befits the season. Dylan, what is that movie?
This movie is a semi-cult classic, I think we decided, from the 80s, starring the wonderful Michael J. Fox before he was all shaky. And it is...
Oh my god. And Andres was on me like, way to insult the audience at the beginning.
the seminal classic, Teen Wolf.
There's lots of semen in it, I agree.
I fucking love this movie. It's kind of a childhood favorite. It's just so ridiculous that how can you not love it? It's everything I love about the 80s. People car surf in this movie, okay?
Yeah, it is.
And there's werewolves in it.
The car surfing is a plot point in this movie.
Would you like to hear the awful tagline that I have on the front of my DVD?
Yes, I would love that.
He always wanted to be special, but he never expected this.
Oh,
That's
shit.
so vague. My god. That's so like...
Is it any better than he's back from the future in a whole new comedy?
They're both equally bad, I find, but I think one of them is a little bit more pandering.
To be fair, because this is a double feature DVD, I also have the tagline to Teen Wolf 2, and it has, despite being a much worse film, has a much better tagline. High school was easy, but college is a whole different animal.
Oh.
That is a way better tagline! Oh my god!
That is a pun worthy of Inshoma's approval.
Oh, that is fucking amazing. The first one, I mean, that sounds like it could be like the tagline for the movie Mask with fucking Cher in it and Sam Elliott as with the kid with the fucking fucked up face. Like that sounds
or
like
The Mask with Jim Carrey.
I think both. Like that's so vague. You could apply it to any of those scenarios. So I guess I'll give my...
You could apply it to fucking Star Wars. Luke always wanted to be special, but he never expected that.
He certainly never expected an old man to come out of the desert and scream...
Harry Potter always wanted to be special, but never quite like this.
So, I was about to ask a Star Wars question. I'll hold off, because this podcast could be ruined by that.
Teenagers from Angel Grove always wanted to be special, but never quite like this.
They never wanted
Goku always wanted to be special, but he never expected that he was a monkey. Like,
all right. So So Andre, so let's you and I give our thoughts on Teen Wolf. Let me just say this. I used to watch this movie when I was like in my early teens, like my preteen years, because I think that's what it most applied to my life. I was like, hey, this is a Teen Wolf. I'm a teen guy. I'm not necessarily a wolf, but I can relate.
I like a wolf.
Yes, I sure do.
I'm sure I'm hungry like the wolf.
I always am. I mean, my figure certainly attests to that.
You have an interest in wolves.
I suppose I made a movie about a wolf-like thing, or at least a mask that vaguely looked like a wolf. Anyway, I was into werewolves.
If you want to stretch the definitions of the word movie, no, I'm kidding.
Now I'm really sad. I can't wait to get to the alcohol. So
it's all right. I'm sure there are other filmmakers who are more worthy of that comment.
Well, thanks for the words of support, Andres. But
there's always someone worse than you.
Exactly, and that movie that we could focus that attention on tonight is this goddamn movie, Teen Wolf. Nah, but I was interested in this because it's a werewolf movie, and I watched it and I was like, oh, this is really fun and entertaining, and there's lots of hilarious daring do. Not really daring do, but there's lots of hilarious goings on in this film. There's a scene where Michael J. Fox threatens a guy with red eyes to get a case of beer. It's quite delightful, but I haven't gone back to it since I was a young man, so I can't imagine there's a lot for me here. So when Dylan was like, we had a conversation about it recently where Dylan was like, oh my god, it's so great, I love it, and I'm like, I don't think it's that great. I mean, I'm also like you, where I haven't seen it in years. Yeah.
So I'm thinking if people enjoy remembering it more than they actually do enjoying it.
The thing is, I don't remember it fondly enough that I'll be like, oh, I remember that. Like, I remember, like, the scene where he bites into the can. I remember the scene where he car surfs. I remember the scene where a guy pulled his dick out in the middle of a basketball game. But I don't remember
you remember the girl taking her bra off.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that. Oh yeah, he's like in the play at one point, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
This movie
kind of goes really nowhere.
Oh, I'm not gonna like this movie. Oh boy, because it's like this movie. I just realized something. This movie is the progenitor of High School Musical. It's about a basketball player who struggles with his responsibilities between the basketball team and the school play.
And I
will submit that High School Musical
tomorrow.
I would submit that High School Musical would be much better if it had werewolves in it. Just saying.
I would probably watch it.
I also remember it's got like the super cliche plot of like you got the one best friend who secretly is attracted to you, but your mind is set on the other popular girl, but she turns out to be a bitch.
Styles?
And you find out your true love.
No, he has a female friend in the film who like wants him, but he's all about that blonde chick.
I know.
And at the end, he's like, "Fuck you, blonde chick."
I feel like the movie would be more interesting if it was Niles. Niles.
You could say Michael. You could say Michael J. Fox was in denial.
What? Like in the river?
Never mind. Joke aborted.
You can't abort the joke after you've finished it. It's already out there. You've already given birth.
You can't abort post-birth, Andres. At that point,
I'll send it to an adoption facility
or just a dumpster.
I don't think anybody would want that.
Okay, so why don't we start then? So
I mean, to put shit in context, this is just the weird kind of childhood that I have. I actually saw this movie when I was younger, before I saw Back to the Future.
Oh wow!
So whereas most people might like discover Teen Wolf and be like, "Oh, it's the guy from Back to the Future," I remember seeing Back to the Future for the first time and being like, "Oh, it's the guy from Teen Wolf."
I haven't seen any aspect of Back to the Future in a long time. I don't even know if I've ever even seen any of them in full. I've just seen like extended clips and bits and pieces and shit. So this was I can't even compare this to Back to the Future really, except for the vague memories I have.
You should watch them because every Back to the Future movie is, regrettably saying this as much as I love it, better than Teen Wolf. Except maybe Back to the Future 3. I'd probably put Teen Wolf and Back to the Future 3 like on the same level.
Back to the Future 3 is probably the one I've actually seen the most of. I've seen most of that actually. Although I've always wondered like how the fuck, like what's the in between of Doc building the train, because like like I always get to that bit and I'm like, how did we get here? Like, my God, like that is such a leap. Anyway, so that's beside the point.
There's a weird history between the two films because Michael J. Fox actually filmed Back to the Future first, but like Teen Wolf came out first because I guess it was just like less of a post job. It's like there was this weird thing with them, but
and wasn't he doing like that TV show all at the same time?
Yeah, schedule conflict was why he couldn't do Back to the Future, and they started without him, and they were like, "Oh, this is bad," and so they got him. Like they were like, "Come on, come be in it," and he's like, "Okay, I'll stop being in Teen Wolf and go be in that." So, I think a lot of Teen Wolf they finished without him.
No. He had to work out this really weird schedule where he would do the sitcom that he was on. I forget which one it is.
Family
he would do
Matters.
That.
Not Family Matters. Not Family Matters.
Anyway, whichever one he was on. I want to say Growing Pains, but that's probably not right.
That's not Growing Pains.
No. Fuck. Whatever he was on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, they had to arrange this thing where like he would do that in the morning, and then be flown to where this, or he would not flown. I don't think it was that far away. Basically, he would do one in the morning and then do work on the film at night. So like he was just exhausted every day until Back to the Future got finished.
Yeah. Definitely. I'll have to sit down and watch those at some point. Maybe we'll do those on here, potentially. We'll see. But anyway, so why don't we get into Teen Wolf then? So Dylan, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking vodka as usual. So
same shit as always, you boring fuck. So I am also drinking vodka, but I've decided to change it up a little bit this time. This time I've got same brand, Svedka. So it's my girly fruity vodka, but this time it's peach flavored. Got some peach flavored distilled vodka here, made with imported Swedish vodka. So it's probably as good as Swiss cheese. So.
And I'm drinking Japanese Coca-Cola. I added Japanese because it's the only thing that makes it sound somewhat exotic.
And it's fucking injected with gallons of sake. So he's just drunk off his ass right now. So the whole designated sober companion thing is a total lie. Andres is the drunkest person here.
Don't be fooled, good audience. I saw the can. It's just Coca-Cola.
Don't be impressed by his cultural
beverage.
Yeah, there you
his culturally
I'm
different.
Really tired. I'm sorry.
His culturally unique beverage.
Yes, there you go. By your exotic was the perfect word, but you already used it, so I was like, I can't say exotic. This kid has backed me into a corner. I hate him. No. All right, so let's get into Teen Wolf then. So, D, why don't we all go to 0-0, and as soon as we press play, we'll just start drinking. Okay. All right, D. You taking your first shot?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
One thing I've always enjoyed about this movie is that it starts off kind of as if it was like a horror film. Like there's like some creepy ass like 80s like synth music going on.
Yeah.
There's like a heartbeat sound effect in the background that just grows stronger and stronger as the clock ticks onward.
And then the logo completely ruins it because it's just like Teen Wolf.
Is that the same font for like Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Might be. No, it's not.
No.
But every 80s movie opens like this with just white text fading in and out of each other with weird music playing over it. Yeah. Now, we open on the full moon here, but the full moon has nothing to do with the transformation in this version. It's all about just
it wasn't the full moon though. It was a light on the sky in the basketball gym.
Oh, okay. So, but that's clearly supposed to be a full moon, like a full moon imagery though.
Foreshadow.
And I find that interesting because this werewolf does not transform because of the full moon.
Now we definitely know this is an 80s fantasy film because there's a basketball team with not a single black guy on it.
Oh yeah, this is just bullshit.
Well, Andres, it is.
Look at the pudgy fat guy there. Who chose to have that guy here? Oh, there's one black guy. Okay.
Yeah, but he's on the opposing team, so.
Black guys on the other. They don't play that in this town.
See,
they don't welcome their kind.
See how he easily tossed Michael J. Fox aside? They're clearly the superior race.
See, I think it says a lot about me as a person that if you want me to watch a sports movie, you have to put a werewolf in it.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, that guy's very direct. You guys suck. It's like, yeah, that's how I feel. It's like, yeah, okay. Okay, so why is Michael J. Fox going so hard and the rest of them are like, well, whatever, who cares?
Because he's the only one who cares, okay? He commits to his craft, all right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the earnest guy, you know, who wants to give it his all to make the audience feel compelled to get behind him.
But I don't relate to that. I'm like, fucking calm down. Like, you're on a high school basketball team. You're still gonna survive past graduation. Trust me.
Michael J. Fox, okay?
Like, a lot of people...
He gets everything 100%, okay? He believes in the power of love, damn it. Because he's Michael J. Fox.
That's his mistake.
Yeah, he don't need no money.
He don't need no fame. Who's this fuck now? Who's this guy with the suit?
Don't need a credit card.
Is that the werewolf?
That's the principal,
Is that the teen wolf?
He's either the principal or the vice principal. He's like the slightly antagonistic character in the movie.
Oh, you see, here's the thing. The effects in this are not necessarily up to snuff. And the sound design also isn't. Like, that shot where he just kind of looked at him and he growled. Like, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, that's very, like, he's very clearly not making that sound. Like, that's transposed over.
I don't think that's how you throw a basketball in real life.
No, I've played basketball before, and that is not how you do it. He's an idiot. If it hits it like that, that's not going in. Wow, that is the worst. Why wouldn't he just do a layup? Nobody was even fucking near him.
Yeah, it's true.
Because
He takes this
because
so
he sucks at
seriously.
basketball, and then when he becomes
I think
when
that's
he
just
becomes
the
a
thing in,
werewolf,
like,
that's making him good at it.
I think maybe like the like how a lot of these like high school movies, all the characters treat high school as like the be all end all, like the highest peak of their lives.
Yeah.
I think that's also a rather good reflection of how real teenagers felt in high school. That's certainly how I felt. Thinking that high school was like, this is like the best it's ever going to be, and that's like once high school is over, that's it for my life. Of course, you know, I was young and stupid back then, and once I entered college, I realized, you know, it's only like chapter 1 of an entire, you know, life ahead of you.
See, I never felt that way because I hated high school and everybody in it. So, see, I'm with Styles' shirt. Life sucks, then you die.
Too.
That is the funniest joke in this movie. My God, that and his pink jeans. Why is that guy shaving? What does he have to shave?
Well, I love the coach in this movie because he so clearly does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's one of the characters that carries over to the second film, and he gives equally little of a fuck in that movie as he does in this one. It's just insane. Like, pay attention to his dialogue. He's clearly like, this is a paycheck. Fuck you, kid. Get out of my office.
Yeah. Well, he's like, he's a teacher who's also the coach, right? Like, he's not just the coach. Like, he's kind of filling two different voids, isn't he?
Probably. That's how coaches worked when I was in high school.
Nah, in my high school, you had kind of both. There was a gym coach, and then there was also a gym teacher, and then there were also regular teachers and everything. And there was crossover with both ways.
If you teach gym, technically, you're also a teacher, though. So, I mean... But
but I'm saying, I don't think this guy is exclusively a gym teacher and also a basketball coach. I think he's a regular teacher who's also the gym teacher and the basketball coach.
Could be. To give an example that sort of relates, I never played basketball in my life, but my history teacher, my junior year, was the basketball coach. So, like, it's a similar idea.
That was also the case in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and that's what I'm thinking of, where he didn't give a shit either until Will got on the team. Coach Smiley, my favorite character.
I remember
in all of fiction. All right, Smith, that'll be 20 laps. Everybody calls him Coach Smiley, even in the fucking even in the history class. It's great. What is that calendar on his wall? It says Santa Anza on it, and I'm like, is this guy a supporter of the Mexican Revolution, like hardcore? Like, Jesus.
So, Santa Anita.
Oh, my bad.
It's a Santa Anita. It's a different thing, Bill.
Oh,
maybe he was a Mexican Revolution. Okay, maybe he cared about Andres' people. You know, don't judge him.
That shirt does not indicate that. He's got like a weird big cat logo on his shirt that does not speak to his Mexican support. It speaks to his, like, I don't know, he really likes cats. Man, there's just weird shit all over the walls in this movie. I saw Husker Power. What in God's name does that mean?
Maybe it's an 80s thing, which is probably the answer for a lot of our questions.
So far, I have no idea what the hell's going on in this movie. What were they talking about?
I love how they drop exposition in this movie. He was just like, I don't want to work for my dad in the hardware store. Thank you. And now we know what your dad does.
So is hardware store like a werewolf family tradition? Or are they like, well, we're werewolves, so what we have to do is run a hardware store, so that way if anybody buys anything that can be used to kill a werewolf, we'll fucking know.
I'll be a hardware wolf, you know. That's what I'll do.
Hard wolf.
Every man is a hard wolf if they try hard enough. Oh god, a Kodak store. This is definitely the 80s. And outdated and obsolete. And so unrealistic. Look at all the people in this hardware store. This is definitely like a science fiction universe.
Maybe it's
doesn't seem to be much
only
organization
hardware store in existence, at least in terms of the city.
That is one hell of an ass, my god.
But does it compare to Batfleck's badass?
I mean that's impossible to compare. Ben Affleck's ass is on a whole other level, but that is still a quality ass.
But George Clooney's badass.
No, it's not a quality ass. Manufactured ass. Look at the tiny...
Val Kilmer's badass.
Are we really going to go through every Batman's ass? I want to talk about those tiny
only the asses that have been explicitly shown through the lens of cinema.
You see Christian Bale's ass, too, at one point in the movies.
See, this is very important. This is very important what's happening right now, where he's experiencing dog-like symptoms of being a werewolf, you see.
Dog-like symptoms. Why doesn't the dad react to it, though? He's a werewolf. Is it just because he's used to it?
He's used to it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get the feeling that he has a mastery over this shit. That's why he just sort of turns it on and off at will, which Michael J. Fox later learns how to do.
Yeah. See, I love this. This is the 80s, where you could just smack a random kid on the back of the head.
Yeah. I mean, that's my life, so.
I'm the
just
one
smacking random back of the head.
Howard Tar. Huh. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what did they deliver. Oh.
I feel like it's hardware.
Why?
The door to the van was open.
Oh, why is he attempting... Why doesn't he have a cart or a... What is he doing? What is this? This kid is a fuck up. I don't want him to be a werewolf. He doesn't deserve it.
That's the whole point, you know? He's an awkward kid, and then he becomes the werewolf, and he's like, you know, cool and shit.
What were you doing with this tape, son?
Does he kind of look a bit like Donald Trump?
I feel like every evil-looking white man in a suit kind of looks like Donald Trump.
Stereotypical. This guy's the stereotypical drama teacher where everything he does has to be super dramatic. He's like, wait, are you from the hardware store?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, and he's like, oh, and he like rises and shit, and like he like talks with his hands. And...
I want you to
He's
emote
even
your
got
hardware.
the turtleneck.
Oh shit, he's already got the hairy hands. This is going way quicker than I thought. It's like,
I mean, it's only a 92. They gotta get to the shit, you know?
He's like, I may have stopped off in the bathroom on the way over. It's definitely not why my hands are hairy, huh? Wait.
I have gone blind, though. That's weird.
Wait a second. This guy goes to this school and he's also playing on an opposing basketball team? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think you can do that, though. I think that's a thing that people do.
I have never heard of that in my fucking life.
Or maybe you just... Or maybe he's just visiting from the other school, because this seems to be after class.
I guess.
Could be. He could just be dating that chick, you know? These
Yeah,
two
how
schools
far-
might be in the same town.
I guess. See, this school, though, has like a... This is such a big budget, like fucking enormous school. Like, it's so unrealistic.
Yeah. This is nothing like my school, at least. My school was a very shitty, cheap school.
Yeah, there wasn't like some big emotional
this
drama
place-
teacher directing the play. It was some guy going, yeah, that's good enough.
I like to point out this place is called Tony's Liquor, but that guy behind the counter doesn't look like a Tony to me.
No.
Looks more like a
Walter?
a Jeffrey.
This is
Or
not
a
the kind of
Walter.
this is not the kind of person you see running the liquor store these days. This is not the kind of person I bought my Svedka vodka from earlier.
So this is our out of nowhere introduction to the best character in the movie, Styles.
He was
Sadly
he was
gets
in it earlier.
Yeah. The pink pants and the yellow shirts.
Well, I missed that. He's still about some very bright pants, though.
Do you think the little cartoon mascot on the top of the sign there is what Tony used to look like when he was younger?
Could be.
Who's
Ages
this
of-
random
No, he'll-
stranger next to Styles here?
No idea.
What?
This reminds me of that '70s show, like where
It
teenagers
does,
back
yeah.
in the day just that
Could
obsessed
do
with-
anything that adults can do, almost.
No, but it's like it's beer specifically. It's nothing else, you know.
Yeah, it's like who wants beer? It's like get like some fucking vodka, some goddamn fucking whiskey or something.
Yeah,
Some
beer's
good
not all it's cracked up to be.
Also, that '70s show kids were like always struggling to get their hands on some beer, but like they get weed on the regular, and it's
Yeah, I
never
wonder-
specified. It's
Oh,
never
well, I
specified
think
where
Hi-
they get it.
Isn't Hyde a dealer, or they get it through fucking Leo?
Oh yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
Like Leo's clearly got like a ready supply of weed. He's ready.
I want to know who named their child Styles.
Yeah,
They're the best.
It's on his birth certificate. Oh god, these guys are Donald Trump supporters. Look at the red hat on the fucking coat rack. Make America wolf again.
No howl.
Make America howl again.
Yeah.
That's better.
That's better, yeah. Tony, yeah, look,
The
there's
guy
a...
behind it
This
kinda
is a
looks
really
like the
weird.
guy-
This is
like
a really
that is
weird,
the-
like, transition music.
I'm so fascinated by that cartoon Tony mascot on that sign. I wonder if the person who drew that was like, Tony, stand still. Let me just make your mascot for you and paint it on your sign.
Why even give him a fake gun to put under his clothes to like pretend to threaten the guy with? Like,
Yeah,
if
Jesus
he
So
needs
you
to,
can, like,
Christ.
poke, so you can
he
poke
needs
it
to
through your
try-
shirt, through your jacket.
if he needs to do that, he can just use his fucking fingers. He's not going to actually pull the gun out because the minute he does, the guy's going to be like, "What are you doing? That's a fucking water gun." Like,
That would look better, though, if you had a fake thing that was shaped like a gun in there. Because it'd be more rigid.
I suppose he doesn't even need the gun though. Cause
No,
he's
he's not gonna fucking pull the gun. Like, why doesn't he put a mask on?
I suppose Styles is like, "Hey, go in there and fake threaten this guy with his fake gun."
Yeah.
This guy who lives in our community and probably will remember you later.
Is this Michael J. Fox's, like, clone? Like, they look identical.
Maybe that's the guy who was originally going to be in Back to the Future.
That is not Eric Stoltz.
No. The guy who was going to be in Back to the Future is in The Fly too, and he does not look like that, good sir.
He looks like a fly. Nice. I'm letting the beer drive, guys.
Oh shit, you guys, we're almost to the first car surfing scene, and Bill, we're 20 minutes in.
Oh boy. My heart
we're at
can't
the 20-minute
handle.
mark.
My heart can't handle any car surfing.
Oh,
I wonder how much they paid for the rights to use this song.
probably. I don't know. I know, like, I used to hear this song all the time when I used to work at Soak City.
All right, guys, if you were gonna climb on the top of a van and car surf, would you take your shoes off or no?
No. That's
I
like
wouldn't
that,
do
like
it.
that. Those rubber pads are helping you, like, with that friction.
My fat ass cannot take that much wind resistance. I wouldn't be doing that shit, you know.
He's turning into a Legolas.
He's turning into Link from The Legend of Zelda.
You mean
Teen
Zelda?
Elf.
Don't you mean Zelda?
That would be such a different movie, Teen Elf. He just
Goddamn,
becomes
Bill.
really fair. He just becomes really fair and David Bowie looking, and he like gains a compulsion to make toys
Or cookies.
or cookies.
Oh boy. Yeah, the cops definitely wouldn't get called in this party, especially with people fucking riding on the roofs of vans.
So, Bill, Styles seems to enjoy your
He
similar.
just throws his shirt off to the side.
What a fucking monster. That guy does not deserve to drive a car if he just threw his fucking Hawaiian shirt to the fucking curb like that. Those are to be cherished.
Whose fucking
They've been the
parents are
uniform
these?
of old men on vacation for fucking 50 years, damn it. Respect that shit.
Why is there like a car siren, like a police siren, like in the corner, like just
I don't know.
light?
It was the 80s. People did that in the 80s.
That's the response to any question you have, Bill. It's the 80s, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
I
fuck
know.
it.
I should just shut up.
It was that magical decade that all three of us were unable to experience, and thus can only wonder in bewilderment.
Was it
Just
even
what-
real? We'll never know.
Don't know.
At least I have vague memories of the 90s, you know? Like
Yeah.
every now and then I hear like a 90s song and it's like, oh shit, they used to play all the fucking time when I was like a fucking baby.
Yeah.
But like this shit is like all backwards looking.
Yeah, that's such an odd question. Like, to saunter up to a girl and go, "You looking for anyone in particular?" It's like, no, I'm just at a party, you fucking weirdo.
Damn, she got him good. He set him up for that shit though. He set himself up.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Go, what? What?
It was
What
the 80s,
kind of
Bill.
parties are we going to?
You see why I love this movie? Not only are there werewolves, there's debauchery.
Where are the werewolves? What's happening?
Where are the
This is-
parents again?
You didn't realize this was the 80s comedy version of Eyes Wide Shut, did you?
No. That hadn't occurred to me. That got lost in my memory.
Wait, what? What?
This time, Tom
Where
Cruise.
did she come from? Why is she dressed like that?
How much? She doesn't look happy to be dressed like that either.
Why wouldn't she be dressed like that, Andres? That's the question.
True.
So why does Styles, if he's such this cool, charismatic dude, waste his time with Michael J. Fox, who's just like, I take the
he's
basketball team very seriously.
Maybe it's one of those things like where they were like, maybe they were like good friends from
Wait,
the
hold
time.
on.
of,
Is
like,
that
Art
is
or
that
some
John
shit.
Goodman?
That's young
No.
John Goodman.
It's young John
No,
Goodman.
that's the fat guy from Teen Wolf.
No
He's a very
idea.
distinct person. No, but maybe it's one of those situations where like Style and Michael J. Fox have known each other since they were like in fucking diapers. Like maybe in grade school they were on an equal social footing and it was all cool, but now like Styles is like popular and shit, and Michael J.
kinda like-
Fox is not.
Almost kind of like what do you call it? Harry and Peter Parker from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, similar idea. Or even from the Sam Raimi movie. That was kind of the deal in the Sam Raimi movie,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that's true. Yeah.
That's a good point.
They're both from
Although where
opposites,
they met
but
each
they
other
know
is
each
really-
other.
The guy on the right
Yeah.
looks like Jesse Eisenberg.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Look how... See, I don't like Michael J. Fox in this. He's always sweaty and he looks like he's in pain. He's like,
Just wait. Just wait a minute after he becomes a wolf.
Doc,
Okay.
this is heavy, Doc.
That's kind of his character in Back to the Future, though, too.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
be honest, you know. Oh, this is heavy.
Come on, you're gonna go in the closet with me, Marty, or Scott,
Not a
whatever
good
your name
idea.
is.
Oh God. Oh no, actually,
Doc,
he's starting.
Doc,
Now
you're telling me-
now I'm making him sound more like Marty. Oh geez, Styles. I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this is a Morty. You have Styles is Rick,
Or
and Scott is Morty in this situation.
Marty, you need to shut the fuck up, Marty. You need to go up there and kiss that girl, Marty. She wants to bang you so hard, Marty. Oh
Yeah, so
God.
let's just
Oh
stand,
God, Styles.
let's just stand in here awkwardly for a while and pretend to make out while we admire this person's coats.
Doc, are you telling me that I'm a werewolf? And my best friend has the hots for me? This is heavy.
Yes,
this
Marty.
guy's an idiot.
Stop sweating, Marty.
He's
You-
like,
you-
oh, we're
you're a
friends.
werewolf, Marty.
I don't want
You're
to
a
kiss
fucking
you.
werewolf.
Shut the fuck
Just
up
deal
and
with
kiss
this.
that beautiful
Shut up,
woman.
Marty, and enjoy it. Oh God, Rick. Styles, I mean, I don't even know what character I am. Oh God.
I'm
man-
self-exploding.
Not only is that man in drag, but he seems to be dressed like Lucille Ball. Like, I never noticed that before.
He looks like a character from the Golden Girls.
Thank you for being a friend.
That's what these guys are thinking right now. Would you stop being such a fucking limpy dick motherfucker? Yeah, that's what I paid to see.
They
Yeah.
Do it for
stay to
me,
her with
do it.
that cloth.
Some underage action right there.
I would love. Here's what I would love to imagine: that these people wrapped
Yeah.
up in whipped cream are not actually like willing participants, like party goers. They're actually like the people who own the house, who these kids like captured and wrapped up in aluminum and covered in whipped cream, and they're trying to escape for their lives.
Is this
What is
this
this
what I
kind of-
missed? Is this what I was missing in high school?
Yeah,
People covered in cream, I guess. Like,
guess I missed out. Oh yeah, she bit him. That's right. Or he bit her.
no. Wait till you see the back of her shirt when they come out of this fucking closet. He mauled that bitch.
Look at the smoky haze. Oh, I wish I was there right now.
How long are they allowed to be in the closet for? 7 minutes? You can't get anything done in 7 minutes. I mean, I guess you can.
I have no.
If you really get down to business. But you're also in a dark closet. You can't see what the fuck's going on. You're.
That's what you want. Oh my... Jesus! How does she not notice that? She got clawed. My fucking god.
That does make for a badass sweater design. Kind of impractical during a cold night, but still looks cool.
Look at fucking Scotty Boy now. Looking like he's rearing for some heroin. Oh, the fucking 80 soundtrack is coming in. The werewolf shit is so far in the background in this, like, it's just kind of, like, subtly happening while this guy's life is happening. I kind of like that. I kind of like that element of it, but at the same time, I know where it's all leading, and it makes me filled with dread. Scat?
Scat? Are you turning into a werewolf in there?
Yeah.
Oh god, Dad, not right now.
Scott, you're looking kind of vampire-ish. What's going on?
Yeah, this is not Fright Night. This is not Fright Night, Scott. I won't have my son being associated with this low-class horror movies.
Looks like an extra from the Lost Boys. What's going on here, Scott?
People who put up, like, posters and pictures in their bathroom disturb me. Like, I can't. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're in there to poop and pee and shower. Like, you don't need pictures up in there.
You know that famous picture of Farrah Fawcett that everybody used to have on their bedroom walls back in, like, the 90s?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I went to a restaurant once, and they had that in the bathroom. So, like, Farrah Fawcett was just staring at me while I was taking a shit. It was kind of disturbing.
That's awful. What do you guys think of the makeup? I think it's really
pretty decent.
I think it's really mixed.
Not nails, no, not so much.
The final design, no, I do not like. Like, this final thing here, nah. He's Chewbacca. He just looks like Chewbacca.
So you don't like...
They couldn't make him too monstrous.
Oh god, Rick! What's going on?
But
Dad?
don't you think it would have been funnier if he looked more monstrous? Where he's like... If he just acts...
It looks way better later on, though, when he's, like, walking around in the makeup, but he's, like, rocking sunglasses and shit.
Yeah, I agree. That's all fine. But just, like, you'd hope that they would do something a little more monstrous just to kind of ramp up the kind of humor of putting a werewolf in these mundane situations, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you guys enjoy that he's able to, like, control it and everything and kind of just be normal when he's the werewolf, pretty much?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting take on it.
I mean, yeah, why not?
I wonder how many other films have done that, where they have, like, a monster, but in a... I guess they did it... I guess you can say they originally did it with the Munsters.
I love that. That's a great moment. Where he just opens the door and it's like, yeah, we're all werewolves, son, deal with it. In our own way, we're all werewolves.
An explanation is
God!
I find it... what I find interesting is
heavy.
that... What's good about the makeup... See, it's not bad makeup. I just don't like the design. Like, what's interesting...
The longer hair.
Well, yeah, it looks really good. Like, it just looks like extensions of their hair. Like, it's a very good kind of modern, like, 80s adaptation approximation of the original Lon Chaney werewolf makeup.
See, to me, the dad looks worse than he does. Like, the dad... I never get wolf from the dad's makeup. I get, like, muskrat or some shit, you know?
I get Sayer of the Law from Island of Lost Souls.
It's kind of similar to that. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that.
This dad is a bad father, though, for not telling his son that he's a fucking werewolf before it happens. Like, that's terrifying. That would be like...
It reminded me of that episode of Goosebumps, where it was the kids, the two main child protagonists, they find out that their whole family are vampires, and they begin to develop vampire abilities.
Yeah, well... Here's what it would be like. It would be like if Superman, if his parents came with him to Earth, and they raised him on Earth, and hid the fact that they had superpowers. And then when he started to develop superpowers, they were like, oh, by the way, we're fucking aliens. But they raised him as if he were a normal human. Like, that's what it would be like.
Teen Wolf just ripped off Marvel, by the way. He literally just said to Michael J. Fox, with great power comes greater responsibility.
What?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Responsibility to do what? Chase fucking mailmen? Like, what is he gonna do with this werewolf power that is so responsible?
Responsibility to not kill people. You know?
Oh, I guess that there's a certain amount of responsibility that goes with that. But isn't that a given, though? Like, I mean... Like you
Not necessarily.
I would say so. If it's like, well, son, I've raised you as a normal, functioning member of society, so you shouldn't kill people, right? Like, I know that when you turn into a werewolf, you're in complete control of your mental faculties, so I'm not going to pretend like you're just going to go off and kill people, unless this really takes control of you. And I guess maybe that's the idea, that if this happens to a person, it can take control of them. And totally
well, it kind of does to Michael J. Fox a little bit in the movie. Like, he becomes like a cocky asshole. And then by the end of the movie, that's sort of his arc. By the end of the movie, he comes to realize that he's, being a cocky asshole. And, like, right. He has to go back. That's the significance of, like, at the end of the movie being like, no, I'm going to finish this last basketball game on my own.
And this scene is also great, where he washes his hands so he doesn't turn into the werewolf.
Okay, so how many people are aware that his dad is a werewolf? And if so, how come nobody ever mentioned it to him? It's like, hey, you're the Wolfman's kid.
Oh, does he know?
Well, the villain of the movie, the vice principal or whatever, he does know that his dad is a werewolf. That's like part of their backstory. He was like after Scott's mom or whatever back in the day, and he got attacked by Scott's dad.
Right, so and that kind of happens later on, yeah. I remember
That's why he's so antagonistic. That's why he's so antagonistic towards Scott throughout the film.
Right. Oh, okay.
His shirt keeps getting better.
Yeah, I love how he was wearing that in school. Like, if somebody in my high school wore that, like, there would be hell to pay.
I've never seen jeans that blue before.
I've never seen jeans with that pronounced of a fucking dick print before. My God. I mean, you can just... Gosh, you can see scrotum. My God.
You can see what you can even tell what religion he is.
Jesus Christ! I've never looked at somebody wearing jeans like that and just gone, I mean, I can just see their penis. Like, it's just there.
He ain't Jewish, is what we're getting at.
Yeah, this is a great bit where he just turns.
I love the combination. I love the combination of the bluest jeans you've ever seen with the reddest belt you've ever seen.
Yeah, what is he, fucking Clark Kent in Smallville? My God. Oh, I'm just playing basketball with a girl who has a crush on you. That's a normal thing that I'm doing.
That goes to show how much of a family we all are, and why you feel super awkward around her, because she's like family to you.
Yeah.
You feel awkward about liking this girl, Scott? You think we could share?
Look at how sweaty his pants are. My God. Look!
She helped me fix the car earlier. She's going.
Look at his pants!
Correct.
Did he piss himself? Fucking...
They're the opposite of Styles' pants. No, I think they're that, there's this fabric that they don't really use anymore because it's, like, the light hits it in a certain way and it casts shadows on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah. They use it for blankets.
Though. I can't... How is he playing basketball in, like, in jeans and, like, pants and a belt? Like, I could never do that. My stomach would explode.
I would never. My stomach would explode if I tried to play basketball. So
wait a minute, isn't that the same like sidewalk from Halloween?
Yeah, this is like a similar setting to Halloween. Michael Myers just peeks out his head from behind that hedge.
Hi guys, what's going on here?
Wrong horror movie. My bad. This isn't really a horror movie.
Except come on! That's where Lori told me to meet me here. I think she tricked me. Come on, Lori.
That's why Michael Myers is so upset in Halloween, is that Lori tricked him into showing up on the set of Teen Wolf.
There goes Lori being a pathological liar again.
We're totally in Illinois right now. Just ignore the palm trees in the background.
I love how they have exactly the same haircut. Like, I think that's really good for a relationship.
Are they going to talk about the fact that they almost fucked? Like,
they didn't almost fuck. They just made out. I don't think.
Also, are they going to talk about what happened to her shirt?
Yeah, she's going to be like, "You fucking like sliced my back open. Like, I have dysentery now. Like this." Wait, so how are they like? We're going to have like military people like play basketball with your normal high school. Like, this will be a fair fight. Like,
these are people who have been trained to kill.
Versus, like, that guy can kind of do algebra a little bit.
I think ours lasted you like two and a half maybe, but I don't think 3 hours.
Andres, did you used to play basketball?
No, but the I was in the high school marching band, and we played for both the basketball and the football games.
Oh, so you were a fucking nerd. Okay, gotcha. No,
Well, duh, what you thought I was.
I played basketball for a couple of years.
I was the swim team. I was captain of the swim team.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
According to my DVD, which I trust a lot more than Hulu, and a hell of a lot more than the shady shit Andres is using, it's 40 minutes now.
All right, let's take another shot.
What do you think of the idea of like never showing like a full physical transformation, always like cutting away or doing like?
I think it's sort of necessary, you know. I don't think they have the budget to do like an American Werewolf in London level shit, and they couldn't pull off like some 30s Lon Chaney transformation sequences in this movie because it just wouldn't look right. I think what we got in the bathroom earlier, where it's just quick cuts of him, like, I think that's the best we could expect. In the movie Van Helsing, they just fucking like rip their skin off and then they're a werewolf. Like
that horrified me as a kid. But I think it's also like as a guy who did that in his werewolf movie, like it's a budgetary thing. Like it's expensive. They kind of did it earlier though in the bathroom. They did a little bit of it.
Because I get the feeling that like 80% of this movie's budget, you're looking at it like
definitely
the full body.
They had to buy a lot of yak hair. Is what I'm saying.
That's why they didn't make the principal a vampire. I like that he also does look more muscular once he's got the hair on. I don't know how they did that, but I definitely noticed that.
You think it's a stunt double or not?
No. Maybe the long shots, but most of it no, because that's you gotta hire. You gotta put another guy through that makeup. Then that's really expensive.
One aspect in which I think this movie really holds up in terms of the makeup is you don't really see werewolves in motion this much, like in movies older than this. Like you would never see Lon Chaney jumping and shit like this, you know?
Yeah.
Like flying all over.
This is probably
this sounds like something that like what's the Toy Story guy would make? What's the name of
Randy Newman?
Oh, Randy Newman.
Randy Newman.
I'm a teen wolf. I scared you boys.
Basketball, and now the people like him. He's gonna get laid by the blonde girl.
Does he fuck her?
I thought
they didn't make it all the way.
You guys, though, I fucking love this song, though, because if you go, like, look up the lyrics, basically the message of this song is basically just my life philosophy. Like, the whole message of this song is, hey, life sucks, go along with it, you know?
Yeah. Don't they change their mascot from a beaver to a wolf in honor of him?
Maybe.
Dude, they're like...
That might...
Because at that point, they're like worshiping him as a god. They're like, they're imitating him and shit. Like, that's a whole other level.
See, I feel like the premise of Teen Wolf 2 makes more sense, because I can buy that becoming a werewolf makes you a better boxer. I'm not sure why it turns you into Michael Jordan, though.
I disagree. I think
because you're a better jumper.
Yeah, the agility is what's really helping.
Yeah, you're faster. You're more aware. Your reaction is probably even quicker.
I guess. Better sense of smell. It's like you know when people are approaching you because they're sweating shit.
I guess. Okay, I didn't think of that. Jesus.
He's basically Daredevil without the blindness, so even better than Daredevil.
Yeah, definitely.
All he needs is some kung fu training, and he would be the best superhero. See, all of that awkward shit stuff that he does in the early part of the movie is all made up for by like his swag once he's a wolf. Doesn't it look better when he has the shades on?
All right, if this was the whole movie, I think I'd be more on board. But it took us an hour to get here, and the rest of it, I don't find as funny as this, because it's like the visuals of it.
It's funny. It's like it doesn't feel like an hour has passed. I gotta say, this is like the pacing was all right.
Okay.
Yeah. This is one of those movies, it kind of reminds me of like another movie from my childhood, Sister Act, in that it's a movie that, regardless of what you think of its quality, it will hold your fucking attention. Like, it's entertaining enough.
I'm definitely not bored, but I could never watch this on my own.
Hey, look, it's third guy again.
Yeah, that guy that we don't know or care about. Oh, God, yeah. He's the vice principal, not the principal. Interesting.
What? You know what? What is like high school TV shows and movies that never show the principal? They always only show the vice principal.
I love that bit, too. That's really funny.
Yeah. He's got the approval of black people now.
Yeah, that's how you know he's really with it. That's what they would do in the 70s and 80s with like a cool fucking with a cool character. They're like, oh, he's the black people like him too. Like, he's great. They do that in the first Superman movie, where he first turns into Superman. Like,
Yeah,
there's a guy-
damn, that is one flash suit.
Yeah, he's like, excuse me, like that's the show. Like, oh, Superman's cool. The black guys like him. Like, it's like okay.
Bill, ever since you pointed out to me that one kid looks like Jesse Eisenberg, every time he's on screen, I'm like, it's fucking Zombieland.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, see, they're worshiping him as a
Apparently
god.
their team name is still the Beavers because they still have a bee on their jerseys, but they just have a wolf mascot now for no reason.
See, don't you? Oh, okay, so let's say this happened in the real world. Like a kid was like, "Oh, I'm a werewolf. I'm a good basketball player." Don't you think that the fucking government would be like, "Excuse me, what?" So
Like how
does the werewolfism like make him smarter? Is that the implication there?
Maybe the
No, I
nerds
think-
helped
I
him
think
out
the
more.
teacher- I think
No,
the
maybe
teachers
because,
was
I think he was always a good student, but being like popular and smart just adds to it.
Well, you ever notice how in high school, like, if you're a really good athlete, the teachers give you a pass because you're winning games and shit?
No, that was not the case in my high school. A lot of the teachers
you
hated the athletes.
I like how they wanted him to be in the play because he's a wolf, despite the fact that it makes no fucking sense that there's a
right? Like, what is the deal with that? Like, does the director just think like, oh, well, the people will see the wolf and come to see the show? That's what I would think. I think that's more the idea, but I would also like to think that he's like, maybe his werewolfism makes him a more apt actor. Like, you know, like he's just like he's more tuned to acting.
Come watch our bullshit, wanna be gone with the wind. By the way, the Confederate general is a wolf?
Why did he think that de-wolfing would work in this instance? Like, he's like, oh, I want to be with her on my own terms. It's like, well...
I forgot about that.
You did do that, and it failed.
You know what? She wants to nurse his puppies, you know? So, I know we've been drinking this whole time, but are you feeling it? Because I'm feeling it.
Not as much, actually. I feel okay.
Like I said, it's been a while, so maybe that's why like everything's in slow motion. But
Yeah, no, I'm not really feeling it too much yet, to be honest. This is a different dynamic than usual. I feel usually I get drunk before you do. I'm not really feeling it yet.
Also, I'm drinking good shit, and you're drinking pussy shit, so that might have something to do with it.
Fuck off, you dickhead! I'm also sick, though, so that might have something to do with it. It might not be hitting me in the same way.
Just saying, my shit is 80 proof, so it's triple distilled. Would being a werewolf really make him a better bowler? Because at that point, it's all about aim.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are...
And even then, bowling is like 90% luck, let's be honest.
Yeah, are you guys any good at bowling? Oh, shit! Oh. Yeah, what does this guy think he's doing? Like, how does it... Like, this guy really is gonna go up to a werewolf and be like, hey... It's like, well, what are you doing? Like, if you piss him off, sure, you might make him look bad, but he's still gonna kill you. Like regardless.
I haven't bowled since I was much younger than I am now, but at the time I was decent at it. It was like the one sports type thing I could do.
With or without bumpers, though?
Okay, this is the part I don't get. Like, she went out of her way to, like, sleep with him, and even though he's popular, she doesn't want to be with him?
Bumpers or not.
I think I mean, listen.
I get the idea that she's using him.
Yeah, well,
but it's
clearly.
But she was, like, dating, like, the other guy, the other popular guy, so why isn't she doing the same with him?
Because but I think she genuinely likes the other guy, and she doesn't like him.
I think it's just a sexual thing. Because later on at the party when Michael J. Fox snaps on the other guy, she, like, goes off on him. I think it's just a sexual thing, you know? She's all about that vitality, you know? The agility, flexibility.
Yeah.
The fucking...
I really like the transition of, like, eventually they're all really into it, they're all working really hard as a team, but then slowly they're all just like, well, what's the point in any of us doing anything anymore? Like, he just does everything. Like, that's a good kind of...
Yeah, it's good to be like a star player, but it's another thing to like hog all the glory.
Yeah.
The whole message of the movie, and they have a similar thing going on in Teen Wolf 2. It's like, oh, I'm a werewolf, and I'm so cool when I'm a werewolf, but I kind of drive everybody away because it makes me a cocky asshole.
See, I think that this movie gets good at like 50 minutes in.
Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest, though. You're in high school. A kid in your class turns out to be a werewolf. You don't not fuck him.
Wait, a guy? I I'd probably be like, that's cool, but I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to catch it, you know?
Well, for our purposes, let's assume it was a she-wolf.
Oh, if it was a girl, yeah, I'd probably fuck her. Just because I'm like, I gotta find out what that's like.
Like, she-wolf. It's a she-wolf of London.
Oh, definitely. I find
that's a really good stunt.
I find it interesting that his dad doesn't go to the games.
Yeah, whoever's the stunt double is for this movie is really fucking good. His dad's at the last game, I think.
Oh no, but I mean prior to that, we haven't seen his dad in a while.
Well, we're about to get into the part of the movie where it's explained that his dad is kind of disgusted by the way he's flaunting his werewolfism.
Yeah, well, I mean,
right now, this is the part. His dad, he sees him car surfing, and he's like, "Oh, what's this fucking kid doing?"
That's a great moment. See, but at the same time, I'm like, who is he really hurting? Like,
I think he's just hurting himself.
I guess.
I feel like
He's setting himself up for disappointment later on in life.
I guess, but this is every teenager. They all go through this. Like,
true.
Maybe that's
the point.
I think it is, but I'm just saying, like, they're acting like, oh, you're gonna kill somebody. It's like, not necessarily. Like, he seems pretty in control of his mental faculties. Like, even when he claws that guy's shirt later on.
His cousin, Jason Bateman, goes through the fucking same arc in the second movie. So I think the idea is that every werewolf sort of goes through this, and his dad kind of knows what he's doing. He knows he's out there being a cocky asshole, flaunting his werewolfism and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like...
How is werewolfism not a common thing in this world, though? We're like, oh, we know werewolves are real. If everybody's doing this, then...
Yeah, like, if everyone it's like... It looks like werewolves are rare, but people get really easily chill with it. So I'm wondering,
so maybe that's why they're so okay with it. Is like they're like, oh, we know that werewolves are a thing. We just haven't seen one in years.
Yeah, it's like if you're in like an area with that's only like one ethnicity, and then you see one who's like a different ethnicity come in, everyone's like, whoa! Well, we know these people exist, but whoa, we never thought we'd ever see one in person.
Yeah, it's like Andres feels being in Japan. No, but it seems to run in very specific family lines because I mean we've only seen. Over the course of both movies, we only see 4 people who are werewolves, and 3 of those are related to each other that we know of.
Maybe the animated the Teen Wolf animated series explores the lore a bit more.
Oh my god, I forgot that was a thing.
There's a Teen Wolf animated series?
There's a Teen Wolf animated series.
Yeah. Because of the Back to the Future animated series. That was the only reason it got made. Because they were like, Michael J. Fox cartoons are really doing well, so we'll do a Teen Wolf one. Maybe they'll cross over.
That would have been cool.
Would you guys like to see a Teen Wolf Back to the Future cross? I mean, what would it be, though?
Hell
like,
yeah!
What would happen, though? Like, Teen Wolf
Scott! You accidentally killed your son in the future! We have to get you back to the future!
You ripped his jugular out with your bare hands.
I'd rather see the chipmunks in their Frankenstein and the Wolfman. You know, they've all been in this neighborhood before.
You just cut out for...
You guys remember those animated?
Yeah, I remember. They came out at our time.
You guys remember those animated?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That was after like the Great Chipmunk Adventure.
Yeah, I saw those.
Dude, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Frankenstein, and Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Wolfman are legitimately pretty good animated kids films.
I agree. I think they're pretty good, especially the Wolfman one because it uses the werewolf lore really intelligently.
We should get drunk and watch them sometime. But anyway,
yeah, maybe next Halloween we'll do a double feature.
Well, come on, man. Next Halloween we got to do a sequel to this and do Teen Wolf 2.
That's true.
And this is interesting. She's actually being like the one approaching him.
Yeah, that is interesting for the 80s. You dickhead. You know what, man? Go be a teen wolf and die.
You know what could be dangerous is that it could it's very easy to interpret this movie as don't be special, be like everyone else.
No, I don't think that's the message. I think the message is
No. I'm saying that it could be easily interpreted as such. I know that's not the message.
I think the idea is more don't let your gifts go to your head and make you a cocky asshole because you're still just
because he's hairy and can jump and is stronger than everybody doesn't mean he's better than everybody. That's the
right.
idea.
And also like don't let that one thing define you.
Yeah.
Be more than just one thing.
That's
that one
exactly
thing.
Right. Yeah.
Also, Bill, it's shot time. So.
Oh, let's do it. Shut the fuck up, Michael J. Fox. Go be in Back to the Future and stop, because you're hurting me.
You're a vampire now because your reflection
That
disappeared.
was such a weird cut! What the hell? Did he teleport to the party? Was he just like, oh, I'm here now, guys? Look at that!
Lord.
Look at that suit. Yeah, there's the Teen Wolf. He looks like he's already drunk. He's like, hey guys, fuck me, I can't even walk straight. He does look immensely more attractive once he's the Teen Wolf, though. Like, he's got the brown hair, like he's got the beard and everything. I would fuck the Teen Wolf.
Tight.
That's great. Why did the blonde chick turn against him all of a sudden? What happened?
I know, it's really weird.
Did the guy approach her just like, fuck you, you're a real bitch, you whore? Like what happened?
I don't know. This girl's motivations confuse me.
I do like that, like, he doesn't take her to the prom, though, like the stereotypical blonde chick. Like, he goes by himself because everybody's kind of alienated him at this point. And so he ends up with the girl that he's genuinely got a reasonable chance of being in a good relationship with. And that goes south. I really like that. I think that's good. Again, I think this movie gets really interesting. An hour in!
Now, do you think it's possible this movie can be improved upon with a remake?
Yeah, just cut an hour out of it. And release that in
I don't know
theaters.
about that. I don't know about that. I'm back, by the way. I think if you remade it, you would lose all of the 80s cheese that makes it so worthwhile in the first place.
They did remake it, though. You dickheads? Like, no, I'm kidding.
Fucking Vampire Diaries style TV series.
It fucking
But
animated
that's
form.
why it doesn't work, though, is because it doesn't have that poppy 80s feel. And I think that we're kind of slowly gravitating back to that kind of poppy 80s tone with movies, so you could do a good version of this now, I think. But, again, don't take an hour to get to the werewolf.
I think it would be a similar thing to RoboCop, you know? Well, like, it might make narrative sense to remake this movie, but in doing so, you would lose something of the times that I really enjoy about the film.
Yeah, I think
True. Like, all of this would have a totally different feel. Everyone wouldn't be doing a pseudo-thriller look. Instead, everyone would be doing, like, their pop, lock, and drop it's and their dubsteps and whatever.
I think there's a certain
Also like
merit to
to point
seeing
out-
that, though.
I'd also like to point out that, even though I'm drunk, I can still use words like fucking, what was that big word I used a minute ago?
Big word.
That makes a whole lot of sense, you know? Rip his shirt and just expose to the crowd how much more chiseled this man is than you. Should have went for the face, man. Maul him.
And also funny, like, again, his friends are the ones who are not laughing. And those are the people that he's paying attention to.
This is the most badass part of the entire movie because his dad just goes ham on this vice principal.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what
He's
I
like,
love.
man,
This is like
he's
that.
like, you're a vice principal. What are you doing with your life? I run a hardware store, motherfucker. Like, I'm a pillar of the community. Fuck you. I'm a werewolf.
This is like the lightsaber fight from A New Hope. It's like, you're only a master of evil doth.
Just like, go eat a cake.
If you strike me down, I will only become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. And by that, I'll growl at you with a poor sound effect.
Yes,
Ironically came from a bear.
Oh, did he piss himself? That's really funny. Okay.
Yeah, because that's part of the backstory. He pissed himself the first time that they encountered each other in that fashion. That's part of the backstory. So yeah, he pissed himself again.
Gotcha.
It's great. See, actors always love it when they get to play actors in a movie because then they can just play up the whole actor stereotype.
They're like,
It's like
look,
when you
I'm
watch-
self-aware. It's like, okay, calm down.
Almost
Like,
like
if
a
you
little
watch-
bit like Michael Keaton from Birdman.
If you watch the movie Galaxy Quest, it's clear that all of those actors are having the most fun they've ever had in their entire lives. Like,
Mm-hmm.
See, this is High School Musical. He's like, if I can't be the wolf, then I'm out of here.
Gotta get your head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game.
I gotta say, Bill, I never thought of High School Musical as a ripoff of Teen Wolf, but listening to you talk about it and a lot of alcohol, I'm starting to see it a little bit. My God.
Wildcats! Let's do it now.
This is the thing that always bugged me about werewolf transformations in movies. I can buy like growing a bunch of hair like really quickly, but what happens to it afterwards? Does it just disappear? Does it fall off? Like,
It's interesting.
Hey everybody,
This
let's
again,
get in this.
this
We're gonna kick their asses. Oh, and they're fighting the team from the beginning of the movie. It all comes full circle.
yeah, who may or may
I wanna
not be from the same school. It's interesting that this movie ends and we never see the Teen Wolf again. Like, we never see the makeup again. Like, this is that, like, we're done.
I want to see a werewolf movie do that, you know? I want to see a werewolf movie where whenever the werewolf transforms back into a human, like, you just see hair falling off of them, like, in droves.
I've seen that before.
Have you? What in?
I don't remember what it was called. It was a werewolf movie that I saw on, like, ABC Family, like, during their Halloween marathon at one point. And in that, like, part of it was kind of a comedy werewolf thing. And in that, like, the werewolf, like whenever he transforms back, like, the hair comes off.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, you just have to assume that it either disappears or, like, retracts back into his body, which is not how hair works at all.
No, yeah.
No.
Well, there's other versions where the werewolf skin, like the person, like, comes out of the werewolf skin and they put the skin back on to transform. Like, there's a whole bunch of different takes. Like, it's all weird and probably
There's a
not real.
Goosebumps story. There's a Goosebumps story called, I think, Werewolf Skin.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one.
Is that the one where he turns into a dog?
No.
No,
Okay.
the parents or whatever turn into werewolves by putting on, like, skin. Like, they don't transform. It's not something from within themselves. It's they put the skin on and then they become werewolves. It's weird.
Yes. Well, but they're still not aware of it though. Like, when they transform, they still change their personalities. Like, they still turn.
No, I was thinking like, when you say put on skin, I'm thinking like, do they have like a skin suit they have in their closets?
Yes. No, you're exactly right. That is exactly what they do.
And they're not aware of that they're putting it on.
I think that. Well, okay, no. I think they know that they turn into a werewolf. I just don't think that they have any control over it.
So I fucking love Fat Guy from Teen Wolf, but
Yeah,
I love
he's
him more
great.
in Teen Wolf 2. Because in Teen Wolf 2, not only is he a former basketball player, he's also on the boxing team and plays tuba for some reason. And there's a scene where you see him in the hallway of the dorm and he's like fencing. So the guy just does it all.
But
Is he supposed to be the same character?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
wow.
biggest badass in Teen Wolf, and he just goes unrecognized, you know?
The other team is called the Dragons. Why don't they have like a Chinese dragon like as their mascot?
Oh,
They don't have anything. They just have, like, generic red jerseys.
It's the Beavers' home game. That's why.
Yeah, but every game we've seen so far has been the Beavers' home game. Like, do they all like? Does every
That is
fucking...
true. I guess they don't. They just don't have the. They don't really have the. Whatchamacallit, the budget for another school set.
That's true, isn't it? Like, you never see them play basketball anywhere else but this gym. There's a similar thing going on in Teen Wolf 2, and I have to imagine that they had a bigger budget for Teen Wolf 2, because clearly this movie made enough money to greenlight a sequel. Like,
I don't think it had a bigger budget though. Because if it had a bigger
maybe not.
budget, maybe because they get back as many cast members that make sense as possible, except Michael J. Fox. So I guess it does kind of make sense.
yeah,
I
also
love
it's at
that
a
we
college.
I love that we have an '80s pop song in this scene.
Oh yeah.
Also, it's at a college, so there's more like
One
exterior.
shall stand, one shall fall. Megatron.
This is also one of the better like basketball scenes that I've seen in a like a movie like recreated. Like sometimes it looks really goofy. This looks pretty realistic.
I think it's second only to Space Jam, honestly.
in terms of gritty realism, certainly. See, we don't know the name of the town or the name of the school. They're just the Beavers.
Right? What is this town called, man? They're in fucking...
They're all
they're
just the name of the mascot.
The city of Townsville.
Way to go, Fat Guy from Teen Wolf.
These fucking kids are scoring way more than any normal high school basketball team would score.
Very true.
That
They'd be lucky to get like... They're lucky to get at least 20.
Yeah, that's what...
They're devoted to their craft, Bill.
Oh,
Did you ever have this kind of devotion?
No,
Each of them
never.
have a very sucky defense.
I fucking
That's why.
long for excuses to get out of going to practice and games.
So like,
Yeah.
you take the 80s, which is a 10-year span, and you just distill it into a movie, and you get Teen Wolf.
I agree. I'm with you. It's American
Oh,
Werewolf.
shit.
I do definitely think that this movie is like effective at mixing the 80s kind of werewolf horror genre with like the 80s sports movie. I think it's a really effective mix. What?
We are overdue for our last shot of the movie.
Let's go for it. You ready?
Hold on, let me make sure I don't overpour this like I did before. Shit.
Here's to drinking with bow-legged women. How much money do you think Styles poured in his Teen Wolf empire? Do you think that he'll get that money back?
All of the money, man. Oh, here it comes.
Boom! God, this guy is the best actor in this movie. So intense.
It's probably the eyebrows. Like, I wish I can have a face, make a face like that intense looking, but for whatever reason I can't.
You're just too lovable.
I guess I just have one of those faces that can pull off a serious look.
Under every facial expression you make, I just see the fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You know what I mean? Like,
like you saw that me in like this year's costume. I tried to pull off like an angry look for the shadow.
You pulled that
but
off,
I just can't.
but only because you couldn't see your mouth. Like, because I expect you to be smiling.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like under that scarf, you were smiling to yourself, like, yeah, I'm the shadow. Like, oh shit, oh shit.
Wait, where's the guy with his dick out? We gotta keep our eyes out.
Yeah, we gotta do it.
In the stands. It's after Michael J. Fox wins. Everybody keep your eyes on the stands.
That is such a great moment where the guy's just like, oh, fuck me, this is the worst. I think we missed it.
Like when Michael J. Fox closes his eyes, like, yeah, I made it.
Yeah, I think we missed it.
I did.
He was on the top bunk, I think, right?
When everybody's rushing out of the stands, you'll just see one guy in the background with his fucking dick out. It's the greatest thing. Hold on.
I'm holding on. Trust me, dude. I'm looking.
I'll know it when it happens.
My eyes are peeled, man.
I know it when it happens. I know this dig my heart, man.
Does he stay on screen for long?
Yeah, well, that's like a second.
I might miss it just because I'm drunk. Fuck.
I think I already missed it. I think we all did. Damn.
I know, it doesn't like pull out, pull out. Pan out.
Oh, age, you did it. Excuse me while I whip this out.
See, that guy's such a great actor. He's like, let's get out of here. Back off.
No, it's like one of the last shots. There it is.
Yes,
oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh! You can't. It's too late, man. You can't cover it with your jacket.
Oh! Oh! That is the last shot too. They freeze frame on him. Oh my god! Oh Christ! Oh my god! Wow, my life has changed forever. That guy
chubby.
is...
Mark Holton is chubby.
Is that the first time? Is that the first time you actually saw the Teen Wolf penis, Bill, or like, was it just an urban legend for you at this point?
Never in that good of quality. I've seen it. Like I've never seen it in that good of quality. Like my god.
Thank God I only had this on 360p.
Yeah, man, I'm watching it on the DVD. How do you think I feel?
Oh my god, what a fucking wild ride that was. Ooh, wow. Okay.
This is a very strange slow-mo effect.
Right? Like, because it's almost like a video game. Like, because like, the frame rate isn't quite natural. Like, it's kind of like...
Yeah.
It's kind of...
I'm drunk, but it's like... It's all, like, blurry and shit. Like, it looks like you took a strobe effect and removed the black frames, so it's just all blurry motion.
So how was your guys' experience?
Well, it was a lot of fun. It felt very nostalgic.
Okay.
This has been fun, man. You know?
I got you.
Dylan,
you loved you loved every second of it as always.
The characters have personality, you know? The story's got energy, the writing's got its moments, kind of, sort of. Nah, it's usually just the actors who kind of make this movie.
I think this movie so well, so I always enjoy watching it. But you know, there's an added bit of enjoyment that goes along with, you know, alcohol. And also drinking it. Watching it with you guys, you know. This is a fun time.
Oh, look at that.
It's definitely a fantasy movie because they were able to hold up the fat guy from Teen Wolf.
Certainly science fiction that bends the rules of reality. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a really good time. I mean, I'm with you guys. Like, we watch anything together, and it's a fucking joyous experience. But
Yeah.
I have the feeling of like everything prior to the werewolf everything prior to him like coming out as the werewolf really just was it fell flat to me because the acting and the dialogue just was not up to snuff for me. And only once the idea of like this high schooler using this werewolf transformation to get what he wants was introduced did I really kind of get on board with it. So I think that it takes too long to get there. I had a good time watching it with you guys though again, but I think this movie has a little bit too much sizzle and not enough burn, if you know what I mean.
I feel like some of the setup though really works. The way that they almost play the werewolf shit straight until he actually transforms, and I think that kind of works. You know?
I agree. I just think it's too long. Like you could have done that. You could have done that effectively in like 20 minutes, though. Don't you think?
There's a bit of foreboding.
Yeah, I think so.
In that you watch the movie and you're like, oh, there's something fucking going on with this guy, and I don't necessarily know what it is because this might not be my first time seeing the movie, hypothetically, and
I don't know. I think you could have done it in 20 minutes. Well, we did it, kids. We finally did a drunk commentary on Teen Wolf, and we hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. I mean, we're drunk, so that's kind of a given. But we hope you had a good time. And
I feel bad for Andres. What if we watch a movie sometime that genuinely sucks in his eyes, and you just gotta watch the whole thing like, you know, sober and alone in Japan?
But I feel like that's been the 2 movies we've done so far. The 3. We've done 3 like this so far. Godzilla's Revenge, Terminator, and this. They've all sucked. Like, this is... No, not Team... No, you know, okay, this is definitely the best movie we've done like this so far.
I think this is the best movie. I think this is the best movie we've watched drunk so far. I think
without question, yeah, definitely.
Maybe we should start making an official list ranking the movies on this show.
I think the movie that we're gonna watch. I think the movie that we're gonna watch for Christmas will be even better. But I think this is the best that we've done so far.
Yeah, I think that's better than this. Oh, wait, Andres, interesting idea. So why don't we compare? Why don't we rank our experiences with this by comparing it to the others? I liked it better than Terminator. Well,
we've all pretty much agreed that this is the best one that we've watched drunk so far. But like, I don't know about the other 2. Which one do you consider better between Terminator Genesis and fucking Godzilla's Revenge? Like, really?
I like. Okay, I'm just comparing.
I guess Terminator is technically a better movie.
Yeah, Terminator Genesis is a better movie. Okay. Here's how I'm going to break it down. I had a better time watching Terminator Genesis with you guys, drunk, than I did Godzilla's Revenge. And I think that, again, movie-wise, this was the best, just like idea-wise, that I kind of got to mull over. But, that being said, comparing it to what we have with Godzilla's Revenge and Terminator Genesis, this is definitely the superior movie. There's so much more to this. There's so much more kind of originality that is inherently with this concept that those movies don't have. So, yeah, this is definitely the best one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think saying that Terminator Genesis is a better movie is kind of a stretch. I don't know which
Terminator Genesis is not a better movie than this for sure.
No, than Godzilla's Revenge, because we've all agreed that this is the best movie we've watched so far, drunk. Mm-hmm. But ranking the other 2 against each other is a little different, you know. I don't know.
Godzilla's Revenge is harder to watch though. Like I would be more inclined to watch Terminator Genesis than Godzilla's Revenge.
I guess at the end of the day, Terminator Genesis, whether you like it or not, you got to give it this. At the end of the day, it is more competent.
Yeah, I would have to agree, but that's not saying much.
I feel like it has a better direction in mind. It has a better idea of what it is and what it's trying to be than Godzilla's Revenge, which just comes off as sort of confused.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Ishiro Honda was on set going, "Why is there a child standing next to a guy in a weird fucking Pillsbury Doughboy suit?"
What am I doing? Yeah.
My meds are off. All right. So I think that's going to do it for this Halloween special for the SOS and for Through the Shot Glass. We hope you enjoyed. We really, really, really hope you enjoyed. We certainly enjoyed it. I had a good time. I had fun. So give us your thoughts on Teen Wolf in the description below if you have any thoughts on whether or not that guy really took his dick out. I mean, you more just saw his underwear, as far as I could see, and what we actually watched. You didn't really see his dick.
There was some skin there. Okay, I know I was watching it. I know I was watching it on the DVD, and you guys were streaming, so the quality is different between us. But I saw things. Okay.
I didn't see any skin, but I believe you.
I've seen enough porn. I know what a dick looks like.
So we'll give a tease for the next one, which will be the Christmas special. We're gonna give this a little bit of a hiatus until.
Oh, Bill. Don't we have one for November? Don't we have the one that we were going to do this month, but then switched it for Teen Wolf because of Halloween?
Okay, we could still do that. All right, I was gonna say let's put this off till Christmas because we've got SOS back, but we can do another one. So for the next one, Andres, it was your idea. So what is the next movie that we're gonna be doing on Through the Shot Glass?
The next movie, I believe, is the very last theatrical production of the well-known animator Ralph Bakshi. That movie being Cool World, with Brad Pitt and Kim Basinger.
So
Basinger.
Yeah, I've heard every pronunciation.
Wait. I've never actually watched Cool World. Okay, Kim Basinger is in that movie.
I didn't know.
Yeah, she's the voice of not Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, okay, so she's a voice actress. Okay.
Vale. Vicky Vale is in Cool World. Okay, I'm interested now.
So we'll see you next time, everyone. As Brad Pitt. Oh my God, Brad Pitt desperately.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, Christ, somebody please kill me. As Brad Pitt desperately tries to remake Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We'll see you next time, everyone. Good night.